Spencer start rolling. Spencer.
Spencer, are we rolling? There you go.
Welcome to West Sound TV presents high school football. Friday night lights for you at the Bremerton High School's Memorial Stadium as they celebrate the 2011 homecoming, hosting the Kingston Buccaneers. And we're very happy to be streaming this program to you live over the kidsapsun.com/GOTW Game of the Week. Spencer Anderson, our streaming director for the Kidsap Sun. Kitty Campagna on that other microphone, and I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, here at Bremerton High School's Memorial Stadium as the Bremerton High Knights are going to start with the kickoff to the Kingston Buccaneers. Kitty, it's homecoming in Bremerton tonight.
When I saw the golf carts pull up, I knew what it was. There are 3 homecomings around the county tonight, South, Central, and Bremerton. But here comes
oh boy,
number 20.
Homecoming is not going to start out good for Bremerton as about an 85-yard return for the Kingston Buccaneers.
There is a yellow hanky, though.
Uh-oh, way over on the other side of the field. And as soon as we get our score sheets here, we'll find out. Number 20 is Chandler Setterland, a senior for the Knights. But we're going to, and they're signaling touchdown. John Denis, the man in the white hat out there. And it appeared to be one of those, what you would think would be shoving in line, but it's a penalty on a infraction on the sideline with the team being out beyond where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, it's a bench warning. I don't know if this one, they're actually going to run off the...
You get one warning?
I think so.
Okay.
But now the box isn't so obvious here. In so many of the places, it is a black box that they have to stand in. And they do have it chalked out, but you have to know how far you can go.
Yeah, apparently not recently chalked out because it's hard for us to see those lines too. And the kick after the PAT is good, and with less than 12 seconds off the clock here in number 1, the Buccaneers start out with 7 on the board. Kingston currently in 4th position in the Olympic League 2A schools. 4th position is the final potential playoff spot, Kitty.
It is for the 2A ones. They are behind PA and Squim, who are both undefeated. Then you have North Kitsap 3-1. So that North Kingston game is going to be huge when that comes up. But
at the end of the season, as well as the Squim PA game, the last game of the season for those 2 teams. And coming up next week, we will have the Kingston North Kitsap game.
We are going to do that.
That's going to be a good one. That is going to be a really huge game for both of those teams.
Well, Doc, that's our bonus coverage.
Yep, that's the bonus game for West Sound.
Game of the week will actually be on Thursday this next week up at Bainbridge. But
where? in King County. Oh, no, Kitsap County.
On the island, as we call it.
Okay.
And then we will bring bonus coverage on Friday with streaming of the North Kitsap Kingston game.
And that'll be, I think, a really good game. This one, I didn't expect that. I'm sure the Bremerton fans did not either here to start out their homecoming contest. Short kick that time, and a nice job by the Bremerton person that caught that to just fall on it. Not normally a person designated to catch, and I believe that's Henry Dwyer, a sophomore, listed as a QB and a DB on my schedule.
He's Kingston.
Oh,
that was
okay.
number 7, Trevor Nelson.
Trevor Nelson, who is a junior and is used to handling that ball.
He is, exactly. Smart enough to have a hand. I think you got to have a hands team out there almost all the time. In high school, they are so willing to do that onside kick.
And in the shotgun for Bremerton, some nice yardage picked up by the designated running back. That would be Andrew Shadle. And it looks like number 1, Michael Lawrence, is back in the QB position for the Bremerton High Knights. The game we did 2 weeks ago featured Caleb Petrovsky at quarterback, and Michael Lawrence now out there for the Knights.
Now, I was told he broke something, so it must have been something that healed in 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Well, Lawrence in the shotgun, kind of a pitch out to his running back, who does a nice job picking up some yardage, finally brought down
run by the Knights.
about the 40-yard line.
Down to the 40-yard line. First
that was George
Bremerton.
Merriman bringing him down.
And Matt Knoll on the carry. That was kind of an interesting pitch in front of you.
Well, Doc, we are kind of in a unique position this time because we are in the stands tonight.
With that crazy Bremerton crowd.
We have a whole group of Pee Wee football players to our left. It's you get the flavor, don't you?
What did you check and see what team they're from?
It says Eagles on their team.
Okay,
so
we'll have to find out where the Pee Wee Eagles play.
It might be Warren Avenue, I think, that has that.
All right, we've got first down for Bremerton. And a nice tackle in the backfield that time. And the first person in there to grab a hold of things
on the carry,
was
loss of a couple
57 for Kingston. That would be Joseph Shoemaker.
That was Lucas Anderson with the carry.
Second and 12.
And they'll lose a couple on that one, so that'll move them back to about it looks to me like about the 42-yard line for a 2nd and 12 coming up for Bremerton.
So, Doc, I practiced for this game prior to coming here. Andrew Shadle. But so far we've seen some others. That's good to see.
Yeah, Michael Lawrence with a pass out to the his left over there, and
that went off the hands of Trevor Nelson.
It was intended for Nelson, and it looked like it was catchable.
They already are doing a little bit of variety to it. It's nice to see some passing game. We didn't see a whole lot of that in the game that you did.
Well, and Petrovsky, if he is as the backup quarterback, obviously is going to rely on his main man, who was Andrew Shadle, who got over 200 yards in that game.
Well, Doc, I watched that game in Medford, Oregon. It was pretty cool to be there watching the hometown Bremerton team.
No, Michael Lawrence will hang on to it, and he's going to pick up some yardage.
Michael Lawrence,
it's not going to be enough for the first down,
line.
And now we'll see what Coach Nate Gillum decides, whether he's going to, you could punt it, but it won't help you much. And it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th and about 2 yards.
Definitely 2-down territory in high school.
Oh, Michael, hold on to it, but a nice tackle dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
First one to grab his shoelaces was Sam Byers, but there were several Buccaneers in on that tackle.
George Merriman was in on that one, as well as Sam.
All names that you're going to hear on the offense for Kingston as well.
And so it's going to be a turnover here for the Knights on downs, and Kingston will take over at their own 32-yard line for 1st and 10. Got to get my eyes used to these where the down markers are and the yardage.
Oh, every stadium has to be different.
And Sam Byers, he'll keep it and go up over the left side. Flag is thrown by that side judge over there.
I did not get the name of all the officials, but I know that John Dinas is out there. We waved at the man in the white hat.
Yep, but I don't see if can't tell if Fred Perkins, our buddy, is out there or not. I think he usually works the crew with John.
He might. I do see him now.
John or Fred?
Yep.
Okay. Doesn't have the hockey stick in his hand, does he?
Or a golf club. Fred's helped us with golf as well. Multi-talented knowledgeable man.
And, of course, John and Fred both work with our buddy, Mr. Brent Woolard, up at Bangor. Well, so that'll bring up second down, and
I think they're going to take
well, we'll see where the penalty goes. And it will be a walk-off against Kingston. And I assume it is a hold. 10-yard first down, and
holding the penalty against the Buccaneers.
It will be from the point of the infraction, so it's not first and 20, but it will be first and about 16.
Yep, exactly. They have it at 2nd and 20. They're correct in their board. They're not quite right. But we're almost on the field, Doc. We can see this.
Feels like it.
I've not been this close in a while.
And Byers with the keeper again, coming over this left side. He'll get up to about the 30-yard line.
Quarterback keeper once again, number 13, Sam Byers on the carry up close to the 30-yard line.
Now, we saw Kingston early on, about a month and a half ago, actually, as they played Bainbridge.
We did. They looked pretty good. They seemed kind of unsure, is what Coach Novak said. He said that they didn't quite have the confidence that he wanted them to have out there, that they're gaining that. As you're seeing, they are running Byers a whole lot more today. On the year, he has 65 rushes for 407 yards.
Second down and 12 for Kingston here. And this time Byers will go to the air, across the middle. Oh, he had the pass. Fortunately, the intended receiver.
Broken up by Jack Jones.
I believe that was...
3rd and 12.
Was that Dwyer? Or 5. Now, that was Richie Sander, who is Byers', I think, favorite target.
Oh, one of his favorites for sure.
Couple of the basketball guys out there.
Well, and as you said, Doc, that was right in his hand.
It was there. I love those crossing patterns like that. About 7, 8 yards down, cross to the post.
And he had
a nice pass.
He would have had a couple yards behind him, but nicely defended. Once it did hit his hands, the Bremerton guy was right there.
3rd down now, and still 12 to go. Pitch out, and it's the reverse. And that's Bobby Reese with it, but Bobby is looking for somewhere to go. Nowhere to go, and Bremerton defense does a nice job of holding Kingston. Actually, a loss of a yard on that.
Well, I thought that might just go because I watched the sandwich block that happened with Byers and another Buccaneer in the backfield, and then suddenly more Bremerton guys were back there, so really good job of sniffing that one out.
And Kingston will have to kick away here at the 7:52 mark in number 1. Good punt.
Oh, yeah.
And it's taken a Kingston bounce, will be downed by Kingston, and
punt goes to the 35-yard line where the Knights
Bremerton will start on their own 35-yard line. Pretty good punt, though, but a nice effort by the Bremerton defense to hold Kingston back in their own territory.
One of our other proud sponsors.
Yeah, they didn't even get a first down on that one. And last year they did a lot of running over Bremerton, but looks like it's not going to happen as easily tonight.
Bremerton starting out on their own. They're going to put it on the 36. And Michael Lawrence with the pitch out, and we've got a yellow hanky there in the backfield. Not a good sign for the Knights.
It was kind of fun to watch him the way they pitched it. It was just kind of a little underhanded. He might be a good softball pitcher. We're going to see what John does.
Well, the question was it a forward pass? It was very close to being a forward pass, which is fine if the person catches it. If not, it's a live ball. And it looks like it's going to be a hold against Bremerton that's declined. And because of the loss of yardage, it would probably be very similar to that position, and they will lose the down, so it's going to be 2nd down now, and about 15 to go for Michael Lawrence and their Bremerton High School Knights.
I have a feeling we're getting some full faces of these little peewees as they go in front of our camera down there.
Oh, Andrew Shadle coming around the end. He's got some running room. He's got a lot of running room and a blocker or two. And the Buccaneers finally bring him down.
Couple key blocks on the play.
And Paul Schultz, one of the guys in on that tackle, but Andrew Shadle moves into the Kingston red zone.
And Doc, that was right in front of us. That is one nice thing. Unfortunately, when they start scoring at the other end, we aren't going to see as well.
Yeah, I know. We need the binos.
Yeah, that was awfully fun on that one.
Yeah, that was great. And Andrew Shadle, what can you say? He's one of my favorite basketball players for the last 2 years, and he's only a junior. And now he's showing what he can do on the football field, picking up yardage as the designated running back for Bremerton.
Well, and it was like there's an electric fence here at the end of that box. Those guys did a really nice job of staying where they were supposed to. I think we're also seeing the difference tonight of having Michael Lawrence here. He's got some good experience back there. Oh, here he comes.
There it is. Oh, and a flag comes in late. Shadle will go down to about the 3-yard line, but we will have to see what that flag is. And one tackler, I didn't get the number, but one tackler saved the TD.
Oh, it's a hold on Bremerton, not what you wanted there.
Yep, that'll move them back. This one, I'm sure Kingston will accept.
I think you're right, Doc. I think that's a good call.
So we'll see. They're talking to Sam Merriman, who is one of the co-captains out there for Kingston. George Merriman, excuse me. Sam Byers, George Merriman.
We'll just turn them into one person, and then we'll have it all covered for Kingston.
Well, last year we followed the Kingston Buccaneers to their first football playoff game over in the big city of Renton, Washington.
Against the Lindbergh Eagles.
And the Lindbergh Eagles, unfortunately, that night got the better of them. But
one of those games that was so close, and then suddenly a couple big plays turned the...
Yep, and there's that pitch forward again. Trevor Nelson coming around this near end. He'll get back a lot of that lost yardage
Trevor Nelson on a good carry for the night. Down to the 6-yard line.
We do need a sound camera down there.
Kind of a nice tackle there.
Yes.
I believe it was Bobby Reese, number 11, going down.
Bobby Reese is known for his offense, but I have just as many defensive numbers for him. He is a really hard worker out there.
And there is a Bobby Reese, the assistant coach.
I think there's might be related.
Okay, second down, about 5 to go for the first. The Knights can make a first down without getting into the end zone. And Michael Lawrence fighting hard.
Mikey Lawrence on the carry.
I don't think he's going to get the first down. He'll move it down to about the 3.
But he should be on Dancing with the Stars. He has some awfully nice spins out there, let me tell you.
Well, and again, you can really see the difference of an experienced quarterback out there with Michael Lawrence. He's been moving this team like it looked like they could move 2 weeks ago.
Well, and the other thing he does is he is a threat as a runner.
Yep.
So you just it kind of becomes that triple option back there.
Gives you that extra running back, and great for the play action.
And the Wildcat. You can just do it all in one.
Okay, Michael Lawrence puts his back in motion, and it's a pitch forward to the 27. And it's going to be a touchdown! Number 27 getting into the end zone for the Bremerton High Knights. Matt Knoll putting 6 on the board for the Knights, so they answer that opening touchdown by Kingston. Yeah, we'll see if they put the PAT on the board.
Great job by Bremerton. They started about the 35 and just were nice and consistent. They had the nice long run by Shadle.
Their own 35.
Yes.
Yep.
And then they went into the end zone, not giving up even though they had the holding penalty that put them back.
And the PAT is through the uprights, and at the 4:46 mark in number 1, we're tied at 7
extra point by Petrosky.
And it looks like Petrosky, who was the quarterback 2 weeks ago, is the kicker tonight.
Keeping him busy. Got a good-sized crowd here tonight. We have the band and homecoming night, so all kinds of relatives. They did a nice presentation at the beginning of the Star Spangled Banner. They had the flag team. They had the girls in their little sailor suits. Very nice work that they've done with these kids. I know that Tricia Sandbeck Marshall is one of the head of the cheerleaders, good friend of mine from softball for many years, and just a lot of different individuals working with the kids and giving them opportunities to have some high school fun right now.
And we've got the Bremerton High video production
Bobby Reese and
crew out
Chandler
here
Settle
tonight.
in deep to receive the kickoff.
Ryan Nichols and Jay Montgomery heading that up. We've already met some cool kids out here. They've got more experience on a TriCaster than we do, Doc, so we're bringing them in with our new TriCaster.
And they run their show live on Friday night on BKT. No, it's the grounder. Kingston doing the smart thing there, following on that one, even though there might have been a little bit of room to run for Brady Sundquist.
Brady Sundquist,
also a name we know from basketball,
Yep.
but that was as if he had been shot when he caught that. It's like, down!
And I know he's hearing the coach in his ear, and if you guys up front get that ball, fall on it.
And did as coach.
That's right. So Kingston will start out at their own about 31-yard line.
They tried one pass, and it looked like it had success written all over it. Now, there looked like motion early in that one.
I formation. I don't see a yellow
flags.
flag
Nick
there.
Tabanera on the carry for the Buccaneers, gain of about 1 on the play.
I think the
Stop by
Bremerton
Hope.
team
Good
went
night.
across and
Second
got
and
back
9
before
for the Buccaneers.
it was hiked. So,
Well, on the defensive side, it's not encroachment if you get back before the ball is hiked.
as long as you don't touch anybody,
Yep.
you're good.
So they'll give him about 1.5 yards on that one. Second down now for Kingston. 2nd and 8. Kingston in the I formation, 2 backs behind Sam Byers. And again, it goes to the running back. And another couple of yards on the pickup. Bremerton's doing a pretty good job,
Once
though,
again,
of holding them tight.
gain of about 2.
Nick
1 on the play,
Tabanera
up to the
running
35-yard
it
line.
for Kingston.
Lucas Anderson,
Really good
Shadlin on the
penetration
stop
by
for the
that
night.
Kingston
Third and
or the
7.
Bremerton
Bremerton
defense
deep,
so far.
yeah.
3rd and 8.
So that's going to bring up about third down,
7.
7 yards
For the
to go
Buccaneers.
for the first. We'll see what they come out with this time. They're splitting 2 men way out to that right side, but they're still in that I formation for Sam.
Well, Doc, if we can convince them to do all the action at this end.
There it is. Oh, beautiful defensive effort, but a little too good, it appears. And the Bremerton fans do not like that, but it looked like a pretty good defensive effort that time by number 85 out there.
Pass broken up, flag on the field.
Well, you know, Doc, I agree with you. It looked like he came, his hand was in there right as the ball arrived. What we can't see on this side is whether or not he had a hand on his back.
That's
And
correct.
so that may be what the referee was seeing.
But the Bremerton fans not liking this one. And we will have to see here how it will shape up. 3:21 left to go in quarter number 1. Let's see what John has to say. Pass interference against
call against
Bremerton.
tonight's ball placed on the 50-yard line.
And so it will be
First and
placed
10
at
for
the
Kingston.
spot of the foul with a first down for Kingston. And that'll move them out to about the 50-yard line.
So, Doc, we are in the corner of action with all the peewees moving around
Byers
us.
with the faking the handoff, and he sends it down to George. George will pick up some nice yardage, and it's a first down
Pass
for
complete to George
Kingston.
Meriden.
And number, I thought it was 81, might be
Just on the
91.
20-yard
Tim
line, the
Pounds
ball's
brought him
placed
down.
First down for Kingston.
I think those,
So Kingston will pick up the first down, moving it down on the pass from Byers to Merriman. And a first down and 10 on the Bremerton 34-yard line for Kingston.
kind of a decoy with all the runs they've done and then go ahead with the pass.
And there's another one of those runs. But a nice job, 2 of the Bremerton defenders in on that one.
Another one of the
Number 20, Chandler
stuffs by
Sutherland on the carry. No
Sutherland
gain on
with the
play.
carry.
And he'll pick up a yard and a half or two on that one. But very nice job indeed. The Bremerton down lineman and the linebackers are doing a good job of stopping that run so far. It's been the pass that has gotten the big yardage for Kingston.
Okay, Doc, one guess. Who brought him down?
Andrew Shale.
Good guess.
Which is good because it's hard for me to see that far away.
I know. Our numbers at this point.
It's a keeper. Sam Byers will pick up some yardage, and it looks like it's going to be a first down.
I am relying on our PA guy for most of my numbers, I tell you.
Yeah, we'll have to see where they're going to place it, but it looks like it's going to be first and goal to go as flagmen, the chain guys, drop their flags. And they're going to say on the 8-yard line for Kingston with a first down. Nice quarterback keeper by Sam Byers going over the right side.
That makes it easier for us, too, because he is so far away. We can at least tell it's him.
And Sam now in the shotgun. And again, it's the keeper going around that right side, and he's going to be dropped short of the goal line. He'll pick up, though, about 4 yards.
Byers on the carry, gain him a couple on the play. Taken down by Shaq Jones.
Shaquille Jones bringing him down.
Second and goal for Kingston.
And bringing him down is the key.
1:31 left to go here in this first quarter. We're all tied up at 7 apiece here at Memorial Stadium.
A very crisp autumn evening, not raining, but cool.
And timeout called by the Kingston Buccaneers head coach Dan Novak.
Big thank you to Coach Novak, always really good about sending me stats and depth charts and skull and sword awards and all kinds of fun stuff.
First quarter.
And Dan, not only the head coach for the football team, but also the AD up at Kingston.
Doing some double duty, keeping all those sports in line.
Assistant coach for the Bucks, Paul Bagala, Blake Conley, John Philman, Taylor Flatguard, Todd Harder, Tim Larson, Scott McKay, a good buddy of ours, Bobby Reese, as we mentioned earlier, and Jeff Sawicki out there for the Buccaneers, assisting Novak, Coach Novak. And Coach Gillum has
ladies and gentlemen, Arnold
Dave
Coat
Boynton,
Furnishings.
Derek Salisbury,
Budget. They're
Mike Terso, Joe Kennedy, Bob Tomlinson, Walt Brown, Ryan Stroud, Eric Burr,
Furnishings for being a proud sponsor of Bremerton Night Football.
As his assistants, and the athletic director, first year, Jeff Barton for the Bremerton High Knights.
I think Kevin Hooker's one too. He was on a different line.
Oh, okay. I saw the comma.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
where's the next person?
Here we go. And it's a fight to get into the end zone.
But it's a touchdown.
And Sam Byers
takes himself into the end zone. Touchdown
has
for
been
Kingston.
doing the primary running tonight for the Buccaneers, and he runs it into the end zone to put 6 on the scoreboard for Kingston.
Crowd goes pretty quiet. There's a fair amount of people here from Kingston. That's the other side that we're looking at.
Kingston always does a nice job following their teams.
Unfortunately, Kingston and Bremerton aren't more than about a 30-minute, maybe 40-minute drive.
Well, last year we remember when the Kingston basketball teams, both the boys and girls, were in playoffs. We saw a ton of folks from Kingston, had a whole bunch of them, unfortunately not us, followed the boys over to Yakima for the state championship tournament.
And then the number that went to Renton last year for that playoff game,
will be our senior
plus the band.
You're right, yeah, that was just a terrible rainy night.
Oh, it was ugly.
Bingo, that's right.
Barely able to see out the windshield of the car there.
Graciously allowed us to use the
So, yeah, and of course the visitors, who Kingston was, are on the side without the cover.
Makes his deposit, if that's your number,
always cruel in this Washington state to make those people sit on the uncovered side.
Yeah.
And buy your tickets.
But not everybody has a Spark Stadium, do they?
Sounds fun. Pony Pie Bingo.
So here on homecoming night, the home Knights trail 7-14, but they have proven so far that their offense can move the ball. The first time they brought it down the field to about the 25 and gave it up on downs, but second time they ran it all the way, eventually got into the end zone.
And their defense has been doing a good job stopping the running backs going up through the middle of the line, but it's been Sam Byers running around the end that, for Kingston that has been putting the running points on the board for the Buccaneers.
Well, Sam is listed at 6'5", 239, so that's one big boy to bring down when he comes around the corner. And he has a fair amount of speed. He plays secondary for these Buccaneers.
And, of course, on the basketball team also.
Yes.
So he's got to have some speed and hops. Uh-oh, it's the onsider there. And let's see. I'm waiting to see. Looks like Bremerton will take control of it.
Goes out of bounds.
Well, it's out of bounds.
Resulting in a flag on the field.
Now, this will be interesting to see. Normally, an out-of-bounds kickoff moves the ball up to the 40.
And I think if it goes out of bounds before that, it's where it went out of bounds.
Okay, and that would make sense because they're setting that flag at, it looks like about the 48-yard line of Bremerton, right up by midfield. And that's where the Knights will take it with 1:26 left to go here in quarter number 1.
So great field position for the Knights right now. Lawrence with that fake pitch forward.
And still on his feet, but he'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards on it.
And you're right, Doc, on that pitch that they do. It is tough. They didn't do it on that one, but
he faked it.
He did. Is it then a shovel pass? Is it? Yeah, what exactly is it?
I guess shovel would be a good name. And Lawrence comes over partway to the sideline to get the next play. Oh, they're going to give him about, well, close to 5 yards on that, maybe 4.5. So 2nd down and 6 now for Bremerton. Moving the ball into Kingston territory. Oh, he fakes going to the air, but no good there. Kingston figured that one out real quick and dropped Michael Lawrence for a couple of yard loss.
Aaron Dixon, one of the guys coming out of that pile, number 35 for Kingston.
That'll bring up 3rd down now for Bremerton. They'll have to go about 6 yards to get 1st down territory, and it looks like they're going to wait until the end of the first quarter.
Like the Knights are content to let the clock run out.
And we'll start out on the other end of the field after the quarter break, and it is a lead for Kingston, 14-7. We'll be back with that second quarter in a moment.
You have to figure out when to work in your concessions.
Well, welcome back to the second quarter here at the Bremerton High School's Memorial Stadium as the Bremerton High Knights host the Kingston Buccaneers. And as we get ready to begin the second 12 minutes tonight, the Buccaneers up over Bremerton 14-7. But Bremerton with the ball. Michael Lawrence at quarterback. Looks for somebody to go to, pulls it down, and finds a little bit of running room. It's going to be
Lawrence on the carry. Good enough for Bremerton. First down at the 39-yard line.
It'll move Bremerton down to the 39-yard line of Kingston for a 1st down. Nice job by Michael that time.
Oh, he saw exactly what he had, and he had number 74 on his tail, and he knew he could beat him.
Well, and I think actually that may have been
a called play.
Well, I was going to say a pass, an intended pass. If it wasn't, they did a real nice job of faking
it. Was
that.
An awesome fake, wasn't it?
Yes, and finding that open space. 1st down for Bremerton.
Well, Bremerton comes in at 1-3 in league.
Here's the pitch out to Shadle. Shadle trying to get around the end. He eludes that first tackler, and he's going to pick up some good positive yardage.
Shadle coming out all pumped up.
Pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Be 2nd and 6 for the Knights.
The Bremerton team is 1-3, having beaten Clahalia in league, and the Kingston team is 2-2. So once again, these could be very even teams.
And again, 4 teams from the 2A Olympic League schools will go to playoff. Now, Bremerton is a 3A.
Bremerton's its own animal.
And so I don't know exactly how the 3As are going to set up. Oh, nice drop in the backfield that time by Kingston, number 57. Shoemaker again in on that.
Brings up a 3rd and 8 situation.
And they'll lose a couple yards on that. 3rd down now and 8 to go for that first for Bremerton.
Shoemaker has a total of 24 tackles. That's tackles and assists this year. And just one of their really top defenders. He has he has 20 skulls. And they are the little decals that they put on their helmets that they earn from game performance. The assistant coach was telling me that they used to be little pieces of electric tape. And now it's a little fancier.
Uh-oh, flag, and it probably is a delay of game.
Delay game penalty against the Knights. Bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Knights.
So that'll move them back another 5. 3rd down and 13 to go now. That makes it quite a bit tougher on that 3rd down. Now, at least it's not little leprechauns, Kitty, on their helmet.
That is good, yeah. I don't think we need those. Yeah, every school kind of has their own thing. I think CK has paws.
Yeah.
Probably the South Kitsap Wolves also have paws.
Okay, big 3rd down here for Bremerton. Let's see if they can keep things moving. Michael Lawrence, and it's a handoff coming around this near side. That's some good yardage, but it's not going to be enough.
Trevor Nelson on a carry.
Trevor Nelson carrying it.
Looks like he's just shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be 4th and inches for the Knights.
We'll have to see where they place it, but 4th down is coming up, and it looks like it's going to be pretty tight. 4th down and less than a yard. And it's the Wildcat. It's the hike.
Oh, and he's still going.
Lawrence down inside the 20-yard line of the 19.
Lawrence kept it.
Lawrence.
Down,
Okay.
Bremerton.
Looked like it was to Shadle.
That was the fake. It obviously worked, didn't it?
Okay, yeah, it did. It looked like they hiked it to Andrew Shadle, but it is down that far end.
Yes, it is not quite at the end that we're at tonight, but nice play. And notice how quickly they came up to the line, not giving Kingston a chance to really change any defense or think about what they were going to do.
So that moves Bremerton down to the Kingston 30-yard line with a 1st down. And Shadle will try to go up over that left side. He's stopped and coming out of there with the ball. It's number 35, but the whistle was down before Aaron Dixon got a hold of it.
I saw Lee Pham with his arms around him as one of the many Buccaneers bringing him down.
They'll give him 2 yards on that. 2nd down and 8 for Bremerton. And actually, Bremerton down on the 16-yard line. That's I cannot see the yardage markers down at that end.
Now that's where I got to look at the scoreboard to have a chance.
Man goes in motion, and again, it's that handoff in front of Lawrence.
I'm thinking the motion, something about it might not have been right. I saw a flag from the sideline.
Number 15, Kenyatta Lancelin with the carry. Flag on the far side of the field.
And it was Lancelin that was carrying that, but let's see.
I believe that's illegal motion that they just called. Or illegal shift.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They are talking to Kingston to find out what they want to do on it. Take the down or move them back 5.
They're looking to their sideline for some advice from Coach Novick.
Yeah,
he says move them back. Yeah.
Move them back. So they'll go back 5. It'll still be 2nd down, but now it'll be 2nd down and about 13 yards to go for a first.
Be a 5-yard penalty.
8:39 remaining here in the second quarter.
2nd and 13 for the Knights.
And Lawrence is going to the air tonight, and he has an open
Bremerton, Mikey Lawrence.
It's a TD for Bremerton, and Shaquille Jones, they say, is the man who caught it.
That's what I saw. I actually even knew it was an 85 on that one.
Okay.
So that ties it, well, not quite.
Not quite. PAT still coming up at 13-14, and Bremerton so far has been able to answer the offense of Kingston by putting points on the board themselves.
Up till now, it's been pretty exclusively ground, so that's nice to see a little variety out there.
First or second pass for Michael Lawrence. And that PAT is through the uprights, so it is tied up now.
Caleb
Petrosky puts it through, and at the 8:28 mark in the second quarter, it's tied at 14-14.
Great drive by Bremerton again, but it did start about the 50. These onside kicks are not necessarily working to Kingston's advantage, I'll tell you that. They give Bremerton good field position, and they have moved just down that field directly. They did have one fourth down, about a 4th and 1 that they were able to complete, and then they just kept moving it forward.
Well, we've got 8 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in this first half. And then it will be homecoming.
Homecoming, exactly. And I know you gave Spencer Anderson some credit as our streaming director, but he is also running camera for us tonight.
That was correct.
I offered him my extra gloves, but he said if he had any typing or whatever to do on the computer, it wasn't going to work. I see he's using his pockets instead. I don't blame him.
Well, so far, Bremerton has done a nice job of answering Kingston's scores.
Number 11, Bobby Reese. Number 20, Chandler Sutherland.
Sutherland and Reese in the back there for Kingston.
And what we did see when North played Bremerton, that North was pretty successful with the pass. And so this is something that Kingston has done a little bit of.
Nice open field tackle there by Bremerton, but a good pickup, a run back of about 15 yards.
That's Bobby Reese getting up
to the 32-yard line. Trevor Nelson with the stop for the Knights.
And Trevor Nelson had the tackle. It is just a sea of blue and gold around here. I'm feeling like Notre Dame, but it's the wrong blue.
No leprechauns.
There, I know you're into that leprechaun thing right now.
Okay, first down for Kingston at their own 33-yard line. Sam Byers with the handoff. And going over there right side again, Bremerton's doing a pretty good job of handling the running back.
For the Buccaneers, gained about 1 on the play.
Yeah, that straight up the middle isn't happening very much, or not for very many yards.
So far, the Bremerton D has been doing a good job. They'll give them about a yard and a half on that. So second down now, and a long 8 to go for Kingston. 2 men split out to this near side. And only 1 man behind Byers in the backfield, and it's going to be a time pause.
Time pause? I don't know what
the referees called that one.
Oh, I believe it was malfunction, something wrong with the equipment, and you don't leave anybody out there for safety reasons for that.
Now there are 2 backs behind Byers in the I formation. And it's a pass over to this near side, almost flat, but it's caught. Ooh! That one was a nice drive outside. Richie Sander with the catch.
42-yard line.
Good block by Bobby Reese out there as well.
And Sander will pick up about 7 yards on that and bring up third down and maybe a long yard to go for the first.
The longest yard, though, Doc? Oh, we have to be in a prison yard for that one. Never mind.
Don't see Bird out there. Where's Bird? All right, third down and short here for Kingston. At about their own 44, 46-yard line.
Bremerton shows blitz.
Oh, and there's the flag. And now this one we will have to see if it wasn't offside on the defense.
Or if he caused
motion. It's false start against the Buccaneers.
Now be a 3rd and 6 situation for the
that
Buccaneers.
will move them back 5. 3rd down now, and they've got to go about 6 yards to get that first down. The ball is going to be placed on about the Buccaneer 37-yard line.
You know how you can credit a quarterback for bringing another team offside with cadence? I think you could give that one to Andrew Shadle, faking. Well, he wasn't faking. I think they did have the blitz on. Once again, now 41's in there. Lucas Anderson with the blitz.
3rd down and 6. Byers wants to go to the air. He's going to the air, but that one was over the intended receiver. And I'm not exactly sure even who the intended receiver. There were 2 men out in the same area, which indicates there may have been a bad pattern by somebody.
And I think they were in the same place that you were, Doc, that they weren't sure who that was intended for.
Well, 4th down and 6, and in their own territory at the 37-yard line, the Buccaneers will have to kick it away. 7 minutes and 13 seconds left to go, and Bremerton will have a chance to take the lead on this next offensive series. Oh, that's a pretty short punt. It's got a lot of hang time, but takes a huge bounce. And that'll be downed by Bobby Sundquist, who is sitting there waiting for it to come to him.
Brady Sundquist down the punt at the 35-yard line with a nice take over the 1st and 10, 7:05 left in the first half.
Bremerton's going to start out here at the 35-yard line. Their own 35. Michael Lawrence once again back in the shotgun. 1 man beside him, puts the man in motion. That's who gets the handoff. Kind of around to this near side. Number 7, that would be Trevor Nelson.
Play goes number 7, Trevor Nelson.
Nelson will pick up about 4 on
that. At the 37-yard line, gain of 2 on the play. Be 2nd and 8 for the Knights.
We're just getting texts, and I don't have my phone on me, so I'm not getting my text, Doc. I'll have to see if I have it. I don't think I brought it.
What was the text?
I don't know. It's something from our dearest Patricia, so.
Oh, okay.
I think she's giving us some pronunciations and stuff, Doc.
I doubt it. 2nd down and 8. And Lawrence hands off to Shadle. Shadle will go over that right side, and again, every time he picks up at least 4 or 5 yards. What a great runner.
Just outside the 40.
He's also just had a lot of really good blocking on that right side mainly. And then Lawrence being an option as well. They have to watch out that if he doesn't hand it off.
5:58 left to go here in the first half at Memorial Stadium. And Lawrence going to the air right across the middle. And it's going to be caught. And I believe that'll be a first down.
Complete, number 91, Tim Pounds. Good enough for Bremerton. First down.
Tim Pounds.
The big 6'5", 240-pound tight end. Quite the target to go for.
I was going to say, that would be a good one.
And when you're developing your pass game, that is such a good pass. If you have someone with the hands that obviously Tim has.
Tight end.
Yes.
I love the tight end position.
I know, Doctor. You're seeing a lot of the things you like tonight. That's good.
Ball on the 46-yard line. Bremerton, first down. And there's that pitch to Nelson. Nelson around the right side. Again, picking up about 8, 9 yards.
Maybe 6 yards on the play across midfield to the 49-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Knights.
They'll move them up give them about 5 on that. 2nd down and 5 to go.
Anytime you get half your yardage on your first time through, not a bad deal. Bremerton just having their way with these Buccaneers right now.
They've been pretty consistent on that pitch forward.
Getting yardage every single time.
2nd and 5 now for Bremerton. And this time Lawrence keeps it. He's got some running room. He's still on his feet and finally brought down, but it's going to be another first down.
Moving down inside the 40-yard line.
Boy, and all I saw around him were Kingston players. He's just quick.
Yeah.
He's got some nice moves out there, moves his feet well, and he is just busy getting away from those guys, partially because he's only 5'9", 185.
And he's got a lot of strength in his lower body,
yes,
which really helps when you got those other guys hanging on you. First down for Bremerton into Kingston territory, and flag and whistle. So it will be probably a legal procedure.
Don't they know it's 4 minutes to halftime? How can they possibly?
The procedure call.
All-star penalty against the Knights will be a 5-yard penalty. It's still first down, 1st and 15 from the 44 for the Knights.
That'll make it 1st and 15 now.
Matt Knoll and Trevor Nelson off to this side. Oh, plus 91, Tim Pounds.
We got 3 split over here and 1 on the other side, but again, Lawrence pulls it in. Oh, the shirt tackle isn't going to work on Michael Lawrence.
Mikey Lawrence on the quarterback keeper.
One of the Buccaneers
about
bringing
5
him
yards
down.
back to the original line of scrimmage will be 2nd and 10 for the Knights.
So they get back up to about the original line of scrimmage, pick up 5.5 on that. 2nd down with 3.5 minutes left to go here in this first half.
Lining up all their halftime show around us. We are in the middle of it all here, Doc.
Yep. Uh-oh. And this time it may be another procedure call against Bremerton.
Now, Michael Lawrence was clapping like he was happy to see whatever had happened, but I think he was wrong.
Delay game penalty against the Knights.
Oh, it was delay of game this time.
2nd and 15
Saw the
for the Knights.
Kingston players move, but once again, they did not go into that. They got out of the neutral zone before the ball was hiked, so.
Oh, and now what's happening? Oh, timeout, I think Bremerton.
Yep, it'll be a Bremerton timeout.
Timeout called by Bremerton,
3:03 left to go. It's 2nd down, and after that 5-yard penalty, now Bremerton is back to 2nd and 15.
That's right, after tonight's game.
That's twice in this particular set of downs even that they've been put themselves backwards.
After tonight's game for some beautiful, awe-inspiring fireworks.
So far, Doc,
by Aurora Fireworks.
Coming in today, I really thought that Kingston would dominate a little bit more than what's happening. Obviously, I had not seen Bremerton play with Michael Lawrence.
Yeah, that's a whole different team than we saw 2 weeks ago.
But what I'm liking even more on this Bremerton team is the defense. They have stopped Kingston a couple times right in their tracks, and so that has given them the opportunity to tie it up.
Hope Mr. Webb cleans it up before the next tennis match. If the pony drops his pie in your number, you walk home with a prize. Nice cash prize. More information, go up near the concession stand.
They're at 2nd down now for Bremerton, and they got to go 15 to get a first down.
They still have 3 minutes, and I believe they still have 2 other timeouts left here in the first half.
Lawrence rolling to his right, and this time he's got an open receiver. Catch is good, and it's going to be another first down for Bremerton.
Oh, there might be a fumble, though.
Uh-oh, the way they're piling on, you're right,
scrum.
And we will have to see after they pull people off of that pile which direction John points in.
Tim Pounds was pointing Bremerton way. We're seeing
Kingston's
a lot of Buccaneers
definitely pointing their way, and let's see. It looks like it's going to be.
Pass was complete to Matt Knoll.
Well, they're still over there talking.
Talk about the play.
And it is a Kingston ball.
Like
Buccaneers
recovered by Kingston.
have stopped the Knights with 2 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in the half. And the Knights had a good drive going. And that was a good pass. It was good reception, and unfortunately, when the guy got hit, apparently the ball popped loose.
I've been watching these Kingston guys. They do a lot of that strip move when they're trying to bring down the Bremerton players.
We saw that at Bainbridge.
Yes,
if you remember right, they did that at Bainbridge also in that early season game. There's a flag out, and it's way over on the other side of the field.
These referees have had a little more flag practice than they need in this particular game. We saw such a clean game at South Kitsap last week that we got spoiled, I think. Well, Doc, I don't know if you saw right before this, when they did the national anthem tonight, they had fireworks as part of it, which was extremely cool, and I believe that there are fireworks after, so maybe we can get our equipment together and out before all the lights are off.
That's what the PA man said.
First and 15 for Kingston at the 24-yard line.
Oh, now it's a Kingston procedure.
Yep, so that'll move Kingston back 5, first down and 15.
Sam still has it.
Got it. He's coming down deep. Uh-oh. And no flag on that one. It's going to be a Kingston touchdown, but finally the flag. And unfortunately, the flag's going to be on the coach.
It is. It's going to be on coach on the sideline. And it certainly looked like Reese put his arm out and may have knocked down his defender.
On the play.
Well, that would be one for replay if they had replay at this level, wouldn't it?
It would be. It's not one that they could actually call back on replay. They can't change that. They could say whether you've caught something or if you went out of bounds, but they can't actually say, no, that was pass interference by replay.
The red sandbag won't do any good
Wouldn't
for
have
the
done
coach.
any good on that particular one.
And it's not under 2 minutes, so it's the booth could review it, couldn't it?
And I believe
the Bremerton fans don't like this.
They won't even put it up on the board. They aren't believing it.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you fans out there will have to watch that in replay.
Exactly.
Make your own decision on it. We won't comment.
No.
It did look like the defender may have had some help going down. Of course, it is natural turf.
It could have been a trip. We really aren't close enough to make that decision. So.
But the be-all and end-all is that Kingston puts another 6 points on the board after that takeaway on the turnover.
No, Doc, they will have not put it on the board because the Bremerton home people refused to put it up, I think.
Apparently so.
But you are correct.
And the PAT attempt here by the Buccaneers.
There it goes. The last second they put it up.
Colin Stone kicking. Ben McMullen, the holder. And it's through the uprights. So a 7-point lead now for Kingston. 21-14, a 7-point lead, but Bremerton still has 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in this half to do something about that.
Well, when they had like 3 minutes and they were moving nicely, and then it wasn't until the fumble that Kingston certainly took advantage of that turnover and brought it all the way down the field.
And it was Bobby Reese that scored that. Bobby's only a sophomore. And actually on our lineups, he's listed as a QB.
He is the only other one I think who's thrown a pass this year, but not a whole lot.
They got a bunch of QBs listed. Like 5 of them.
Well, you know.
6.
You want people to believe there are others. But Sam is a senior, and so they will be looking for replacements there.
And as we well know, the people who are receivers will also make pretty good defensive backs, as well as a quarterback. Most quarterbacks at this level will play in the backfield on defense, safety or DB.
Now, I believe they are going to assess the penalty on the kickoff.
Yep. So
Matt Knoll deep to receive the kickoff.
Instead of kicking off on the 40-yard line of the Buccaneers, they will kick off at the 45-yard line of the Bremerton High Knights. And once again, the fans have something to boo. Now, this is not quite like the game we saw, was it last week, where they kicked off from about the 25-yard line because of 2 personal fouls.
They kicked off from the 30,
okay.
is where, and it was pretty crazy.
And now here comes, is it going to be a potential onside-er, Kitty?
Well, they've done onside-ers most of the night anyway, so why not?
And if you put it in the end zone, you're only going to get 10 yards. And apparently they're going to put it towards the end zone, picked up on a 1-yard line by Bremerton.
That's Nelson with it.
Brought out to close to the, they're going to bring it out to about the 16.
17-yard line, that's why the 1st and 10.
That one actually might not have gone into the end zone. The way it dropped after he had caught it and dropped, that might have just stopped right there on that 1-yard line.
Yeah, he made the right decision to make the catch.
Yep.
I was watching the Kingston guys prior to this. One of their drills is having a guy kick it off and they're practicing that catch. If you watch the ball on a kickoff, it does such a spin and turn. That is a really difficult catch. You have to take it into your body or it's going to end up on the ground.
2 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in this half for Bremerton. And Lawrence fakes a handoff. He's going to pull it down right up through the middle. Nice job by Michael Lawrence moving it out to about the 23-yard line. And another flag comes in. Starting to get yellow happy.
Oh, he's going to call a face mask on Pham. And that'll move it up another 15.
Personal foul.
Oh, hit to the head.
Yeah, hit to the head against Kingston. And that'll be a first down and yardage for the Knights.
And that is an interesting call. I'm sure it is a correct one. It was almost as if Williams dove into him.
And that 15 yards is marked off from the point of the foul.
That's a no-no in football.
Used to be called steering.
38-yard line after the assessment of the penalty.
Now it's
15 yards against the Buccaneers.
First down for the Knights. 2 minutes left to go here.
Clock is running.
Lawrence looking for somebody to go to. He's got the open receiver, but a great job by the defense. And
Bobby Reese.
That's Bobby Reese, and he had his eye on the quarterback the whole way through.
Yeah, he was actually the only person I saw who could receive it. I believe was the receiver deeper that he was trying for.
Yeah, he was, but the ball was never going to get to him.
No, definitely not.
And so 2 big turnovers here in the last couple of minutes. Last 3 minutes on the clock here in the first half for Bremerton. First one, Kingston took big advantage of, putting 7 on the board. And now they've got a minute 50, and the ball is just about at midfield.
It is time to see what Bremerton has on this defense. Lucas Anderson out there trying to organize his defense. He's number 41. Coach is yelling instructions from the side, and one more hanky.
It's a pass out to the flat here to Reese, and Reese is going to get dropped at the line of scrimmage.
That's complete Reese. No gain on the play, flag on the field.
And, you know, it's really difficult from our position to tell. That was a forward pass, but just barely. And I've seen a few of the teams doing that this year. To me, that's always semi-dangerous.
Isn't it dangerous out to that sideline? Yeah.
Our false start against the Buccaneers, 5-yard penalty.
And the forward pass does not have to go in front of the actual original line of scrimmage, obviously. It just has to go in front of where the quarterback threw it
the
from.
Quarterback's position. But a lot of teams, for some reason this year, seem to be favoring that pass out to the flat.
Now is that what they call a bubble screen? Is there a reason it's a bubble screen now instead of just a screen?
Because there aren't anybody in front of him?
I don't know. Oh, he's got a bubble of defenders. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, it's going to be a 5-yard loss anyway for Kingston because of a procedural call. 1st and 15, Byers going to the air. He's got a receiver and overthrows him. And that time there were 2 Bremerton defenders down
Fastball's
there.
incomplete. Brings up a
That
second
was
and 15
supposed
for
to go to
Kingston.
number 10,
Yep.
who is Ben McMullen. Andrew Shadle, one of the guys back there, pushing him to the ground afterwards, and no flag, which seemed to be the right call, because had he caught that, that would have been the tackle that he was going for.
Second down and 15, minute 30, minute 29 left to go here in this first half.
I think football's such a tough sport in that you ask a young man to be aggressive and really, you know, play so hard, and then he gets penalized for it when he does it.
Oh, and dropped in the backfield.
And quarterback sack for about 7-8 yards on the play.
Not penalized that time. They brought him down. Number 90, one of them out there.
Leading the way, brings up a third and really long
Tim
for
Pounds
the Buccaneers.
again. He called his name a couple of times on defense.
Brady Beaton doing it as well.
Like about 3rd and 22.
1 minute. Clock is running under a minute now. It's going to be a 3rd down and a timeout by Bremerton. 56.3 seconds left to go.
56 seconds left in the first half.
3rd down, and boy, that one's hard to figure. About 25, 30 yards to go.
All right, fans, during this time, I want to direct your
you
attention
are
to the
right. Even though it
scoreboard.
says 15
It's
over
back.
there, it is more like 25.
That's right,
Definitely.
it's the shell game. Where's the football? Oh, it's under number 1, but now where'd it go? Watch it.
Well, we're happy
Wait
to be
for it.
working with the KidsAppSun.com to bring fans of high school football a live football game every Friday night.
All right, sports fans, number 1, helmet number 2, or helmet number 3.
KidsAppSun.com/GOTW game.
If you said 3,
we're Wes
give yourself a
Santini,
high
I'm the
five,
doctor.
because no one
Kitty
else probably
Campagna on the other microphone, and Spencer Anderson
If someone else
streaming
does,
the game
give them a high
and doing
five back,
camera for
and
us
let's be
tonight.
happy and smiley.
Okay,
Back
3rd
to the action,
down
3rd
and
and 22
a
for
whole lot of
Kingston.
yardage to go.
Whole lot. Fakes the
He's got
wide open.
I don't know how Bobby Reese go out of bounds, come back in?
I
No.
don't think so.
He didn't, but he was
but he's
so,
going to be caught.
Yeah,
That's Shadle and then Pounds.
but he was so wide
That's
open
complete
on
to
that
Bobby
one.
Reese.
I can't believe how he got that
Inside
wide
the-
open.
Right at the
Doc, they
5-yard
went for
line.
the original fake, I
Taken down by Andrew
believe, where
Shadle.
he faked as if he
First
threw
and
it
goal for
once, but it
Kingston.
was the same side, so
And especially considering he was the receiver that scored the touchdown on the last series. You might have somebody defending him.
and now that timeout by Bremerton not looking good at all.
1st down for Kingston. 40 seconds clock is running, but Kingston is knocking on the door for another score. And
Not that way.
nope, not going up
That's
through
number
the middle.
20, Chandler Setterland on the carry. No gain on the play.
Setterland
Stopped by a host
doesn't get
of
it,
Knights
and
on the
now
stop.
Kingston will call a
And now we got a
timeout.
timeout called by Kingston. Just over 30 seconds left in the
Kingston
first
should
half.
have one other timeout remaining if I have it correct. I remember them doing one so far. So 30.7 seconds, see if they're going to use a pass now or running timeout.
Well, the ball is going to be placed on the 4-yard line. 4 yards to go, 30 seconds left on the clock, and we'll see what Coach Novick wants his guys to do.
Certainly the Bremerton Knights know that this is important to make some sort of stop here. You hate to go into the locker room 2 touchdowns down, especially as good as they have played. It has been a couple turnovers here that have made the huge difference.
Well, it's been the 2 turnovers, all right. It was tied before those turnovers, and both the turnovers coming off of good drives
All right,
by
sports
Bremerton.
fans, once again, Discount Tire and Wheels, a proud sponsor of Bremerton High School football. They're located on 703
Both teams
Park
come back
Avenue
out
in
onto the
downtown
field.
Bremerton. You can make an appointment. Call them at 377-3097 at Discount Tire and Wheel.
Sam Byers got 3 men in the backfield this time, only 1 split receiver. Bremerton looking like they're going to show a blitz. Byers going to the air, and did he catch it? Yep, the men in
Touchdown
stumps,
play
they
to number
cut
88,
down
George Meriden.
to George Merriman. And Kingston puts another 6 on the board. And we'll see the PAT coming up afterwards, but boy, oh boy, the last 3 minutes have been disastrous for Bremerton.
Kingston had that happen to them by the Lindbergh Eagles. And so I think it's kind of a payback. They have learned that you have to focus an entire game.
Play right down to that 0-0-0. High snap, nice job to pull it down, and the PAT is good.
Now 28-14 your score.
And so in less than 3 minutes of time, Kingston has doubled the score on Bremerton. 28-14.
Now the really good news for Bremerton is that coming into the second half, they will receive the ball. It was Kingston who started out with the ball and ran all the way down for a touchdown at the very beginning of this game. But Bremerton will get the ball. Their offense has been very effective. They just have to hang on to the ball and be aware that not pass to the other team.
Or fumble.
That too. But you know, all that is definitely a big part of high school football.
Oh yeah.
Turnovers are just key.
Yeah. And in this case, Kingston knew what to do with them.
They did.
Was put points on the board. And actually, you know, right now, Kingston is in that fourth position in the 2A size schools for a playoff spot this year. And the team right in front of them, North Kitsap, will be their last game of the regular season. So it's looking like it's going to be anybody's contest all the way through the season. Ball on the ground, bounces off a Bremerton player, picks it up though, and we'll move it out along with a crowd of other players.
That's Shaquille Jones, one of the good hands people, 6 foot, 180 pounds, a wide receiver and defensive back.
Shaq Jones on the return up to the 37-yard line.
It's Shaq out there, kitty.
I know.
Under 20 seconds left in the first half.
I feel like I'm in LA or Miami, except for the temperature.
Or where else was he? Name the last place Shaquille
was. Was it Cleveland?
He was.
Boston.
You are correct. You win the sweepstakes. Okay, I think the
still
little
one of
guys.
my favorites, though. I love Shaq. Okay, we got 17.8, and Lawrence going to the air again. This time it's a complete pass.
Tim Pounds with the catch inside the Buccaneers territory.
Pounds
47-yard
gets it.
line.
They move across midfield.
Stop the clock to move the chains.
11.9.
And it's moving.
And Michael will go to the air again across the middle.
Almost to the wrong guy.
Incomplete.
Pretty good defense there.
10 for Tim Pounds.
Yeah, I think that was Merriman in on that.
4.6 seconds left on the clock, second and 10.
Either Merriman, I think, or maybe Jack Welker.
I think it was 68, Jack Welker.
Jack then.
George is 88, and it looks very similar at this distance.
Okay, second down, and 4.6 seconds to go for Bremerton, so it's down to the Hail Mary, it looks like. It doesn't look like they're going to take the knee.
No, I don't think that's in the playbook even.
Yeah, there's the fake. Lawrence comes to this near side. Shadle's got it, but knew it touched the grass before he picked it up, and that's how the first half will end. And unfortunately for Bremerton on homecoming night, the Kingston Buccaneers have a 28-14 point lead over the Bremerton High Knights.
Doc, that was a good first half. I see Bremerton still coming out. They got to get fired up by this homecoming crowd at halftime and see what they can do coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, the game was tied 14-14 until the last 3 minutes of this half, when two mistakes by Bremerton were jumped on and capitalized by the Kingston Buccaneers to get that 28 points on the board. Well, we're West Sound TV and happy to be working with the kidsapsun.com/GOTW. I'm the doctor, Doc Parr, Kitty Campagna, and Spencer Anderson working the game for you. We will have the second half coming up shortly.